Are you getting ready to kick up things by a notch? Have you saved your first $1,000? Watch today's video. I'm going to show you how to save $10,000. Stay tuned. Hey, Frank Thomas here from Wealth Generation Strategies, and today I want to talk about taking things to the next level in your saving. I'm making the assumption that you've already saved at least $1,000, and if you haven't watched my video and you're looking to save $1,000 and you haven't saved anything yet, I'd actually recommend you start there. Get into the baby steps of saving. Then I'm going to be repeating a few of the processes here because they're important to take them to the next level, but I'm going to be focusing on saving that first $10,000. We want to become 10-thousandaires. Let's get started right away. The first point is make sure you absolutely have a budget. I am repeating this from the previous video, but this is now becoming critical. It's not just a nice thing to do, it's a necessary to do. If we want to save large amounts of money, especially in the long run, we need to learn to budget and to save from our incoming money. We need to take a portion of what we're saving and chunk it away. What I recommend is that you look at how much you're making and think of how can I slice away 5% of my gross salary. So let's say you earn $5,000 a month. 5% is going to be $250. Now I want you to start thinking about that, and it's going to require you to readjust your spending. This is the re-education and to start thinking more like a saver. If you've saved your first $1,000, that's awesome. You got a good start. You only got to make another 9 to get to 10. You will want to start saving and start making these adjustments. In the beginning, I'm going to warn you, it's going to feel a little daunting and a little futile. It's going to be like, oh, this is impossible. Trust me when I say to you, time is on your side. I don't care how old you are, time is always on your side. Unless you're on your deathbed and you don't care about saving anyhow, time should still be on your side. You make use of time because it's a wonderful gift and you can use it. So find a way to slice away 5% in the beginning of your gross income. So let's say you're earning $5,000 a month. You're going to find a way to slice away $250 and put that into and pay yourself first. Make it a budget line item, set up an account, and get it put away. In the previous video where I talked about saving $1,000, I recommend making it a completely separate account. Now, I'm going to make the assumption that you've saved your first $1,000 at this point in time. Once you have, look at creating a account with a company like Wealthsimple or Questrade or whatever else other company is available in your country to do investing on your own, where you can buy good equity dividend stocks. It's a really good place to start as far as I'm concerned because it's simple. A lot of times I know Questrade, you got to save $1,000 before you can set up that account, but I'm making the assumption you've saved that $1,000. Get the money out of the other account that it's sitting in, put it into Questrade. Get that account set up. If you're in Canada, set it up as a TFSA account. That is a tax-free savings account. It is an account that lets you accrue interest in it. You don't have to pay for that gain in the account. And you never have to pay for the gain in the account. It is not considered income one day in the future. We definitely want to take advantage of that. I know other countries like United States, Europe, or in Britain, let's say, they have like schemes. Now, just check in your particular country, if you're not in Canada, how you're going to set that up. Now, we want to take advantage of this. If you haven't taken advantage of this account, take gun, shoot foot, because man, this is so worthwhile. Right now in Canada, you can put away over $80,000 starting in 2024 into this account. And if that turns into $1 million one day, you can take that $1 million out and it's all yours. You haven't got to give the tax man a cent of it because it's money that goes in that it's pre-taxed. And if now you have money sitting in your savings account or whatever, I'm making the assumption you've already paid taxes on it. You can validly use that money, but I want you to set up that Questrade account or whatever it is. Get it set up. In the beginning, it's daunting. I am not going to lie to you. A lot of people stop right here because, oh, this is too hard. There are so many great videos on YouTube. I will actually point to one fellow on YouTube here. He's Canadian in a t-shirt. He's the guy that helped me get started. I watched his videos, I did the step-by-step, exactly what he said, boom, I was set up. Okay, next step. Now we need to save more money. We need to save it, and I would say to you, give yourself a 6-month window to save $10,000. It might seem a little impossible. You could say to me, Frank, I'm only saving $250 a month. How am I going to save $10,000 in 6 months? I want it to be a short time frame. If you overrun, that's okay. But make it urgent. Make it really urgent. Because if you make it urgent, you will actually complete it. I was struggling to get the first $1,000 into my Questrade account. I started saving. I was actually looking at my Questrade account just now. I only had $500 to start with. So what I did was I scraped and scrounged and I found another $500 and I put it in and I got my first account. I set up a TFSA account and got that $1,000 in it. Funny thing happened right after that. You'll find that once you make it your mission to actually fund that account and to save, and you're saving for yourself, you'll find that the world will conspire to help you out. And I'm dead serious. It will help you out. Because I went from saving $500 to saving $4,500. Now, I didn't have this big cache of money lying around. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't. But boy, I started digging in the closet. I started digging through any place that there might have been a few bucks here and there. And I was really shocked as I started adding it all up. I sold a few things. I did a few oddsy-sodsy jobs. Everything I mentioned in saving your first $1,000, I did. And I was able to actually put away $4,500 in the first month. I'd say month to 60 days, so 2 months. Within 6 months, I'd saved $11,291. So in 6 months, I did it. I wasn't putting a huge amount in the beginning, but you know something? If you want to see that accelerated growth, you need to do this, and you need to get it out of that bank account that we set aside. You will always have that little bank account, and you're going to build your emergency fund one day in there. But you need to save your money that's investing in an account that's going to do better. Now, why would we want to do this whole Questrade thing? That's a very good question. We want to do the Questrade thing because we want to get into investments that are going to pay us more. Good quality investment, dividend stocks or growth stocks will pay you at least 7% every year on average. You could say, oh, well, the stock market's done poorly right now. It always recovers. It's when you buy stocks that are not really that good or speculative stocks that you run into troubles. Let me give you a little secret here. If you want to play the safe game in the beginning, and I recommend that you do, buy Dividend Aristocrats or Dividend Kings. They are stocks that have been paying a slowly increasing dividend for at least 25 years. So that's going to give you a certain amount of surety that you're buying a good stock. And the nice thing about a dividend is you're going to see cash coming into your account right away. You're not just going to see growth in terms of the price of the stock, but they're going to pay you for owning that stock, and it's pretty cool. This last month, I had ignored my Questrade account because I was so busy. I funded it at the beginning of the month and just have been so busy this month that I just haven't had a chance to look at it. And I got an alert through Passive, which is another service that talks to my Questrade, and it said, hey, you have like money to invest, boy. You know, get it invested. Just don't let it sit here. So I went into my account and I was like, oh, I got money to invest. I discovered I have $700 in the last 2 weeks that have come up because this was the month where a lot of the 3-month stocks, because some stocks will pay you dividend once every 3 months, some of them every month. Most of them came term due, so I have almost $700 I need to invest. This was cash that I earned from dividends, so I need to get it invested. That helps out as well. How do we earn more money? How do we earn that $10,000? What are other ways? Education. It was my bonus point in the previous video, but now it's become you gotta do this. You gotta get better educated. You need to get more certifications. You need to become better educated. I've had people say to me, oh, you just talk about job. You just talk about this. But you know something? That's what you got right now. You got to work with what you got. And that is my point. A lot of people say, oh, well, no, you're still thinking like an employee or a self-employed contractor, and you got to think like an entrepreneur. Yeah, absolutely. But you have to start where you're at. And this is something nobody ever says to you. I'm going to say to you today, you got to start where you're at. If you can do something and earn a few extra bucks, even if you take on an extra gig, take all that extra money, pay the tax load on it, or allow the employer to pay the tax load, you're still trading time for money. Eventually we want to get away from this, but right now time is your most valuable and your most abundant asset if it's not money. Plain and simple. Trade a bit of that and start saving. Again, trust when I say to you, the world will conspire to help you out, because it has. I started saving with Ernest in March of 2021. It is now late December 2024. I've put away over $120,000 in that period of time. I actually saved the first $100,000 in just over 14 months. So that's pretty darn good. But again, I found that what happens is as you save and you work to save, the world will conspire to help you out. Hey, if you're finding you're getting value from this video, give it a like. I'd really appreciate that, and I thank you for that. But let's get into our bonus, because I want to wrap this video up for you guys. You need to take advantage of your whole tribe when it comes to saving. Get everybody that you live with on board. If you're single, this might not apply to you. If you're not single and you have a wife or a husband or a significant other and you have children, get them all on board. I don't care if your daughter's 3 years old. Get her on board and teach her about the power of saving and what it can do for you. Now, how can we do this? And I'm not asking you to go lease your children out. That's not what I'm asking. You know, child labor kind of went away with the Industrial Revolution. It is okay for you to employ your children to do things and to teach them about the value of money, because you'll learn more about money at the same time. Here's where this gets really important. If you are in a relationship, make sure that other person's on board too. If you have the power of two working on one big problem, that problem gets cut in half right away. If anything, it gets cut in much less than half. It gets so much more manageable when there are two of you hammering away at it. My wife and I have both been working hard. In the beginning, she didn't really get it. She really didn't get on board, to be bluntly honest with you. But she knew we had to do it. So she just kind of let me do it. Now she's on board and she is working hard to rethink her business and work at her business. And she went from earning a couple $100 every month, like $100 here, $100 there. She's earning thousands of dollars every month. Everything she earns is up and above from what I can earn. And I earn way more. And I have instituted everything that I talk about in these videos. I'm not lying to you when I say to you, I've instituted it into my life. It made a significant difference. I earn more than double what I need to earn to live. So I literally can take one man's salary and put it away in investments. And I can take my wife's salary and put it away in investments. It's like 3 people working on the same problem. And it gets easier and easier as time goes on. You can save so much and so fast if you just put your mind to it. So get your tribe on board. Hey, if you've enjoyed this video, I did recommend this video previously, but I'm going to recommend it again. Watch the video I put out last week. It's called The 20% Principle. It talks all about earning 20% more each and every year. Imagine if you're earning $50,000 this year and you earn 20% more. What does that translate into? That's an extra $10,000. So now next year you're earning $60,000. Let's say you earn 20% more again. That's another $12,000. Now you're earning $72,000. Let's say you do it again another year down the road. At $72,000, you're going to be earning another over $14,000. So 72, that's $86,000. In 3-4 years, you've jumped from $50,000 to $84,000. Watch that video. I'll recommend you put these principles that I show in this video into practice. Look out, baby. I'll see you over there. Don't click away. Go watch that video. I'm telling you, go watch it. We'll see you there. Bye-bye.